We finish our evening in the Mountain West this weekend with Wyoming going on to take on Fresno State. It's an 8:30 Mountain Time game on FS1. By far, this is a much more important game for Wyoming. Going on the road, hoping to scrape by and get a win against a 6-3 Fresno State team that's sort of just coasting right now. They've already accomplished more than probably what teams expected them to do. It's a 4-5 Wyoming team that can still see the daylight. They could still see a bowl game on the horizon. It starts with Fresno State. Bulldogs coming in this 4.5 point favorites. The over/under on this one's 39.5. Wyoming, uh, they found weird ways to win this season, and they're gonna need another one this weekend. Uh, it's a very possible game. I can see why it's a rather low score spread. Wyoming's defense is pretty legit and has came through big for them throughout this season, despite sort of a lackluster offense and sort of questionable quarterback play from Caden Anderson this season. They find themselves, 2 games away from bowl eligibility. Anderson's got 1,700 yards passing on the season. He's got 11 touchdowns. He's got 9 picks as well. They've been able to mix and match with Samuel Harris, Sam Scott, and Teron Kelman this year in the running attack. A team that still averages about 19 points per game. They're -3 on the turnover ratio. As for the Bulldogs, 6-3 on the season, but offensively is certainly through the passing game, quite similar, and if not, maybe even a little worse. E.J. Warner was the signal caller for most of this season. He had about 10 touchdowns, 9 picks on the season. And then, Carson Conklin's been their go-to guy for the past few weeks. He's got no passing touchdowns so far, 2 interceptions on the season. They truly get it done with Rayshawn Luke and Bryson Donaldson at the running game. A team that averages 26 points per game and effectively 0 on the turnover ratio. They've been the quirkiest team this season long. You've seen teams that sort of lack defense and can put up a lot of points. You've seen teams that lack offense and can put up, quite a few points and reliable defense, and they're sort of a hybrid between the two. They've won some weird games this season. They've beat Oregon State. They beat Hawaii. Most recently, beat Boise State when their starting quarterback was out. It's so weird that Fresno State's in the position that they're in, despite what you've seen from them, as a total product, but certainly on offense. And yeah, it's that weird predicament that they find themselves 6-3 on the season that leans me to favor Wyoming. Wyoming has certainly gave up a few games here and there, certainly dropping a crucial Air Force game a few weeks ago. But Wyoming seems to have a little bit more of an identity, and it suits them at times. I like what their defense is bringing to the table. They can get ahead of the sticks on offense, and I would like to lean a little bit more their way. I like their running game a little bit better than what Fresno State has, and I think it's truly, at least what you sort of get with Caden Anderson. As for Conklin, he hasn't really shown much thus far. Certainly, it feels like the Bulldogs are sort of playing with house money at this point. As for Wyoming, they're so close to getting to a bowl game that this is the game that they need to do it. If they can get past Fresno State, win this game, they got Nevada next week, and the worst team in the Mountain West. If they can win that game, they got their 6 wins on the season, and they certainly don't need to worry about the Hawaii game as much. And even though if you can win the next 2 games, you might as well win the last game of the season and sort of play spoilers for Hawaii. And certainly if you could finish the season 7-5, you're going to find yourself in a pretty good bowl game. As for Fresno State, they're still in the running to be top 2 in the Mountain West, and they have a more favorable way to get there. If they can get past Wyoming this weekend, you got Utah State after that, and you got San Jose State to finish off the year. Certainly those last 2 games are going to be against explosive, high-scoring offenses that do not really favor Fresno State, but anything can happen. I'm going to go on a limb here, and I think Wyoming upsets Fresno State on the road. I think the Cowboys need a win, and I think they're going to get the win to end this weekend of great matchups. Wyoming going on to take on Fresno State. It's an 8:30 Mountain Time game on FS1. Be sure to check this one out.